Hi folks, welcome to another video. Today we have a pair of women's boots. We have these Timberland waterproof boots. At least they say that they are waterproof. Let me come closer to show you. It is a leather upper. Parts of the interior are leather, part of it is man-made, and then we have the rubber soles. No leather is truly waterproof, but usually what they mean is that it's more of a water repellent, that when it's raining it will flow. But obviously it has a zip construction on the side. Water would getting through here even if this was completely waterproof. These ones have been well loved. You can see the conditions. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of renovate it, make it look like this, and we're going to try to restore some of that waterproofing by using Obenauf's heavy-duty leather preserver. So I've already done that in this shoe. Let's see if that does anything. We're going to put a little bit of water on this one here and just see what happens. Okay. Some of it rolls off, some of it is absorbed. Let's see how it does here. So you can see that it rolls off better. I put a lot more water here than here just to see. So that is what basically we're going to be doing, is basically renovating the ability of these boots to provide that waterproof protection, so that the owner can continue using these boots on the rain and not get their feet wet with water. Okay, so if you want to see how to do that, stick around. Okay, the first thing is to give this a light brushing to get rid of any dust. And we have warm water and saddle soap. So we're going to clean this. We're going to let this dry now overnight, but I wanted to point something to your attention. I want you to see these bends here in the heel area. And I want to point out that you really should be using a boot shoehorn when you're putting on your boots. As you put your foot in, if you should basically use one of these long shoe horns to help you put your foot in and help preserve the shape of the heel counter. That really provides shaping for the back. And once this is damaged, you can't fix that unless you go to a cobbler and have them basically reconstruct that, which is going to be very expensive. So you really want to maintain that as much as possible, and you can do that by investing in one of these shoe horns. I got this one at Nordstrom's, so they're readily available, and it will help you prevent that kind of damage. Okay, we're back. So I let it dry for about 20 hours, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sand the toe a little bit, just because it is pretty rough, and I'm not trying to remove any material. I'm just trying to smooth those fibers that are there, and we'll see how that works out, because I really don't want to damage these any more than it is. While I'm doing this, I did want to mention why I let it dry for so long. I usually, when I clean it, I just let it dry, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and then go on to put the shoe cream. But this time I'm going to put basically a wax to make these waterproof, or as waterproof as these leathers get. And think about it, if you're going to put something on your shoe that is meant for the water not to penetrate, then you really want to make sure that your shoe is dry before you apply that. You don't want to capture any humidity inside the leather. So that's all that we were doing. There's an area here that really is scuffed up, and I don't want to cause any more damage. This is an 800 grit sandpaper. And having done that, we're ready for the shoe cream. And in this case, I'm using Ortho Step, the color black. So I let it dry, and I brushed off the shoe cream with the brush. So now we're going to apply the Obenaufs. And the only instruction that it says is to apply it by hand. And I assume that is so that the warmth of your hand can melt the grease, because that's actually what happens when you start rubbing on it. It starts melting. So I'm going to apply a pretty generous amount on the shoe, because we're trying to provide and restore some of that waterproofing that has been lost. Any excess that is not absorbed by the leather, we're going to wipe off afterwards, so it's not like we're going to have a mess. We're just going to apply it, see how much gets absorbed. We don't want it to remain dry. The front was pretty scuffed up, so I just want to make sure that it has enough there. I've read good reviews of these cream, but this is the first time that I use this. It goes on pretty easily. It feels pretty greasy, but it goes on pretty well on the pretty easily on your shoes or boot in this case. I would imagine the lower part of the shoe is the one that really needs that protection. It's the one that's going to be closest to the water. And then the top here for the rain that's falling. So I'm going to let these dry overnight again, just so that it has as much time to absorb grease as possible. Okay, we're going to finish this. This has been sitting here for almost a day. We're just going to brush any excess. And I want to make sure that the toe area looks nice. So I'm just going to apply another coat of black shoe cream over the toe. We'll let that dry for a few minutes and come back for a final brushing. Okay, so we have finished. We applied the cream, then we applied the conditioner, then we applied a little bit more cream, and I think this is good. We're done with these boots. They're ready for some more rain, and I just wanted to show this because the proof is in the tasting. On how the waterproofing is restored. You don't see water being absorbed now. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks.